You know, you really started off your talk with the students here, and one of your main tenets is, learning. You talked about the keys to being successful and learning. So what piece of advice, I know it's hard to boil it down to one thing, but knowing this, these kids and how hard they're working, what piece of advice would you give them about learning about being entrepreneurs or learning about being successful?
It's hard to give someone a single piece of information, and that's the most important advice to give them. I'd say in my career, I guess it's hard to exactly know what was most important. I'd say the two things that have been most important to me in my career have been my education. And that's kind of tough because I was educated as an engineer, and do I use it every day? No, but it taught me a way to think. Is that the only education to obtain? No, of course not. But I'd say the two things that have been most valuable to me are the assemblage of the information that and data and thinking that comprises my education, and I'm not sure how much is enough, but a lot. That's thing one. Thing two is the people with whom you associate will either make or break your venture. So you talked about these kids are here, and they're kids. They're not really taking venture capital money and investing in businesses, but let me tell you, the processes that they learn here about who to associate with and who you can rely on. We speak about dark alleys and going down dark alleys, and you only go down dark alleys with people that you trust. You don't go down dark alleys with people you don't trust. And who do you trust? Well, it's hard to exactly define. They're people who you have a high degree of respect for. They're people who I hope are well educated. They're people who are very honest and hardworking. And so I would say the two things that are my most important messages are stay in school, get educated, and there's many different types of education. When you finally make the decision to go into business, do it with people you will go down dark alleys with unhesitatingly.